What's up, guys? Kurt Stubbs here, Ohio High School Hoops. Got some commentary for you today. Let me preface. I want to be fair here. I really do. I want to present both sides of the coin, the pros and the cons. I don't want to just be Mr. Negative. I don't think it's any surprise that anybody that knows me knows I like the old stuff more than I like the new stuff for different reasons. We don't have to get into that, but I don't want to just be negative here. I want to present to you what I think this is going to look like, what could happen, and what some of the positives are in regards to the topic I'm going to talk about. So I was doing some research, trying to dive into these brackets for the upcoming tournament, which, to be honest with you, is not that far off from us having a bracket. We are, January 14th. Bracket will be, early February, second week of February, something like that. There's a lot to it. I mean, I've been so used to 4 divisions, pretty much the whole time I've been really following it. The 4 divisions started in the 87-88 season. So the whole time I've been following it, it's been 4 divisions. So it's been like clockwork every year. Some things have changed here and there, but so this is all new, not just to me, but all of us, and if you follow football, they have the 7 divisions with the 4 regions in each, 28 regions. So that's not new, but trying to figure this out is difficult. For the first time. You've got Division 1 with 64 teams. You have Division 2 with 64 teams. And I think all the others have like 128 or something like that. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But so trying to figure out who's going where, who's playing, when, is difficult. In Division 1, I didn't realize, I guess I really hadn't looked that closely. You're going to have 6 district winners in Division 1 from Central Ohio. You are going to have 6 district winners from Southwest Ohio. So 2 of the Southwest districts and 2 of the Central districts will make a region at Wittenberg. And then you're going to have Northeast/Northwest, which will be at Kent State. So you'll have 4 district winners at the Columbus Fairgrounds. You'll have 4 at Wittenberg, 4 at Xavier, and 4 at Kent State. So that kind of that picture became a little bit more clear to me. One thing about Division 1 is interesting is, with Northwest and Northeast being together, there's no chance of seeing like Whitmer and St. Ignatius in the finals, obviously. Could be 2 Columbus teams in the semifinals. The only thing that we don't know yet is what the champion or the semifinal matchups are going to be. So we don't know who could meet in the championship game yet. As of right now, I mean, it literally could be 2 Southwest Ohio teams playing each other in the final, or 2 Central Ohio teams playing each other in the final. I just don't know what the semifinal brackets are going to look like yet. So that's one thing that was new to me, realizing that today. But the thing that I want to look at is, and this is my fear, and fear is in terms of talking about sports here, so let's not get carried away. But in football, you have the state finals all on one weekend, all played in Canton Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 1 game Thursday, 3 Friday, 3 Saturday. This year we'll have 3 games on Friday for a state championship and 4 on Saturday. So those would be your 7. But my fear is this, since I've been, back into the 80s, up to present to last year, I mean, I could probably name you 80, 85, 90% of the Final Four teams over the course of those 35, 40 years. And that's not like, like, hey, that's really impressive. It's more so that it's always been one event to me. So I put all those teams in one, it's like in one big event. So my fear is like football. Semifinal games are all played at different places. And unless you follow it really closely or have a team that you're really engaged with or connected to, more often than not, you can go back through the years and you're like, I don't even remember who the other two semifinal teams were. But you remember who the finals teams were because they all played either Massillon or Canton or the years it was in Ohio State. Which in basketball, it's always the mecca has always been, let's get to Columbus or let's get to Dayton to make the Final Four. Now that's just not the case. So you're taking away from that semifinal game to me because those games are all going to be played at different places. And not that those schools will remember, the parents will remember, the people involved will remember who made it to the Final Four. And maybe that's all that should matter. But for the fan, the person like me or many others, I think we look back 4 or 5 years from now, it's going to be like, yeah, I don't even remember who was in the semifinal games in Division 6 in 2025. But you can look back in 1997 and go, oh yeah, I know who the other two semifinal teams were in Division 1 or Division 2 or Division 3 or Division 4 because it's all one big event. Making the Final Four was huge. And now that's just not going to be the case. I mean, it's going to be big, obviously, for those schools. But being that they're going to be at all different sites, it's just going to be different. So that was one thing. But the other thing would be, I think a positive would be, you have a chance, depending on how the brackets are set up, the Final Four brackets are set up, you have a chance to have some really good championship games in the 7 divisions. That is a definite positive. You have a chance to have some really good championship games. Now, does that outweigh the fact that, the semifinal games are all over the place? I mean, I don't know. I guess that's up to you. But I think that needed to be noted, that there is a chance for some really good championship games. I'm interested to know what the attendance is going to be, being that it's only championship games. And a lot of people do have Spectrum, or you can, purchase a pass for it to stream it. So I'm interested to see what attendance is like in Dayton, being only 2 days. But, as an old head, obviously, I'm always going to side with the Final Four in the way it had been. But change is inevitable. I don't know that this change had to happen, but or to this degree. But and I know change is inevitable, but I will continue loving my old stuff, and that's fine. You don't have to like it. You can love this new stuff as much as you want. That is your prerogative. But I wanted to give both sides. So to me, the negative is our state semifinal game is going to lose their luster being in so many different places. But on the other side, positive, probably going to get, depending on how the brackets are laid out in the Final Four, probably going to get some really good championship games. Would love to know what you think about this. I know this is a hot topic, but I didn't want to get on here and just be negative. Even though those of you that know me know that I do side and love the old stuff. But I know this is 2025 and we're in a different time frame here. But I'm interested to hear what your thoughts on this, on what my negative, what my positives are. But we'll see how it plays out.